life, the universe, and everything. Where does it all come from? What's it all about? What can science teach us about all of the beauty and wonder that we find ourselves in? Many may say that science gives us answers but doesn't give us meaning. Well, that's because we are creatures who live by the design of stories, and so we need stories to give us meaning. But we can anchor those stories in scientific method so that our stories are in cohesion with science. So I'm about to give you a new creation story, a new way of looking at the world and the universe and what life is that is based on science but still has that transcendent quality of a story that gives us meaning and wonder. Let's start at the Big Bang. Here we have an eruption of hot plasma. It's just hydrogen ruled by three fundamental forces, and those forces are the strong force, the weak force, the electromagnetic force. And these forces are so powerful that nothing can really unseat what they're doing. They are the forces that drive entropy and chaos and randomness, and nothing would have happened in our universe had those been the only forces at work. But then there's this mysterious other force. It is the fourth fundamental force according to physics, and that force is gravity. But the thing that's mysterious about gravity is it is much weaker than these first three forces. Scientists, especially those who subscribe to M theory or string theory, say that gravity is so weak compared to the other forces, it must leak into our universe from another dimension. What does that mean? How does gravity leak into our universe from another dimension? There might be this parallel dimension or this super dimension, this dimension higher than our four dimensions that we understand our universe to be, where gravity is a strong force, but only in that dimension, and in these four dimensions, we experience it as much weaker. But gravity is like this bulldozer in the universe. It starts shaping that hot plasma, all those hydrogen atoms that were just smeared everywhere, it starts shaping those into stars and galaxies and planets. And as it shapes those stars, deep in those stars, the hydrogen atoms discover a new power, a new window, if you will. And that new window is quantum superposition. The only way a hydrogen atom ever became more than a hydrogen atom, meaning helium and every other element that exists, didn't exist originally. It had to be formed by hydrogen atoms coming together and creating a new element. But the force involved in those atoms actually coming together and creating a new element is basically impossible without this new mysterious window called quantum superposition. Down the road, planets are formed, and on some planets there is water, and water is two hydrogen atoms and an oxygen atom. And through the hydrogen bonds in water, something weird is happening. Hydrogen does this weird thing with quantum superposition. And if you've ever looked at clouds or the ripples in water or snowflakes, you'll see that there is some majestic order that seems to be organizing water. When you look at all the clouds in the sky, they don't look disorganized. They don't look like random chaos. They look like there's some sort of shape or